Hello, everybody. This is John Dunbar, and this is my presentation for Module 11, Guidelines for Gifts to Students and Staff. First, talking about gifts to students in a fundraising environment. It can be it's appropriate to give gifts for students as rewards for fundraising, or at the end of the year, a lot of times we like to give achievement awards, so it's appropriate in that case as well. But specifically talking about fundraising, gifts should only be given to the students who participated in the fundraising event. And they should be purchased with the funds from this event, not from some other account. And you should make sure that you don't favor one group over another. So, for example, if you're having all school, for the whole high school doing a fundraiser, you wouldn't want to have just prizes for the seniors, for example, not the other classes. Okay. Next, talk about gifts to students for achievement. This can come from funds from the general fund, and you want to make sure these gifts are nominal. For one thing, you wouldn't want you wouldn't want to award too expensive gifts; it wouldn't look good to the public. And gifts and awards should be age appropriate. It is okay to get gifts from businesses or parent groups like a PTA group to give awards to students. As far as gifts to staff, our text recommends that you ought to have written policies. You ought to set up a committee that will manage this situation, and the committee would not only decide who would get these gifts, but also they would just determine the dollar limits for the gifts. Committee should meet at least once a year. And you also should rotate this group. You shouldn't have the same people serving on that committee year after year. And it is recommended that these funds come from staff donations, not from school funds, as we'll see in the next slide. If the staff has a fundraiser, a gift may be given as an incentive, just like with students and fundraisers. And as a good guideline, you should keep the gift less than 5% of the profit. Some schools give staff incentive gifts from the general fund, like maybe some T-shirts to start a year or something like that. But it's a good rule of thumb to keep those inexpensive, like under $5. And as mentioned earlier, the IRS considers all gifts of cash or cash equivalents as extra earnings. They need to have payroll taxes applied. So therefore, it's best to keep the gifts to tangible items and have a low value. And then finally, on just special circumstances, like if you have a student or a staff that has cancer, for example, or they've had a bad accident. A lot of times schools have fundraisers. It's best to keep that out of the school fund. It's best to really ask some other organization to do that. Again, because going through the school funds, you might have a problem with the IRS. So best to keep that separate. And I used our textbook for a source. I think that's all I have to say on this subject. So thanks for listening.